Go.
Hi, this is Eric. I'm outside Counts Vamped after a great show for Pretty Boy Floyd.
And Cynthia,
Cynthia Brodie, JK Famous.
What's up, people? How you doing?
JK, I wanted to ask you first. This May will be 1 year since the Vegas Rocks Hair Metal Awards. Tell us a little bit about what you remember that night, how everything went.
That was awesome. I mean, it was so many cool bands on the same little award show, and me being a fan of the band Angel, from being a big Kiss fan, I was excited to obviously be in the presence of Angel, but for us playing and, you know, Pretty Boy Floyd to be honored with the award, representing the glam crowd, I think it's great. I mean, here it is 30 years later, and we're still out, we're still playing Vegas, we're still having fun. We have a new record that's coming out, and I think we're going to pick up where we left off in 1989. So we're just constantly moving, doing stuff.
Speaking of new records, Cynthia,
and you mentioned new records. I hear there's great new music coming. Can you elaborate?
There is. Well, like I said, we're trying to pick up where Pretty Boy Floyd had left off with Electric Boys with the Electric Toys, which is, you know, at this point 1989. So we're bringing it up to 2017. So everything's been recorded, but just the mixing just seems to go on forever. It's something that you listen to one day, the next day it's too much of this, it's too much of that, let's tweak this, tweak that. So we're just going through the ongoing mixing process.
I'm looking forward.
And we're going to shoot a video. There's a whole big package going on. So this is kind of the calm before the storm at the moment.
Sweet.
Speaking of Leather Boys, I was saying, it's hard to believe, 30 years. This is the 30-year anniversary of the record. You guys do anything special on the road, playing the whole record, things like that?
Back when it was the 25th anniversary, we did a whole lot of stuff at that point, and at that minute, we still had Kerry Kane, the original drummer, was still playing with us. So I was fortunate enough to be with 3 of the original members. Christy and I played together back in the 80s, but not with Pretty Boy Floyd, so it's kind of like a homecoming. But, you know, just being part, any band that has 3 of the original members out of a 4-piece band anymore seems to be rare from the 80s. So I was a part of that, and we did a 25-year anniversary of Leather Boys at that point. It was awesome, man. Great response. We went to Japan, Mexico City, several festivals. We went to Europe. It was a lot of good response.
Phenomenal record.
Nice. So you guys were like infamous on the Sunset Strip. Compared to now and then, tell me.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to relive the Strip back in the 80s. I mean, you know, 1987, 89, and the Strip was like nothing like it. You know, it was, you can go out any night of the week. There was great bands playing. There was a million flyers being passed around. It was such a big scene at that point. And it's almost kind of sad now where you go to the same buildings, but yet it's almost like a ghost town. And I don't know if it's ever going to come back to where it was, but I feel fortunate to be a young rock and roller at that point and be a part of that scene. And here it is, X amount of years later, still representing that time, but unfortunately Hollywood is not where it was.
Speaking of anniversaries, also I know this April marks the unfortunate passing. 7 years it's been of the original bass player from Pretty Boy Floyd. What was it like to step into that role? Do you hear a lot of the stories still out there?
Well, I've never actually compared to Vinny, but I did meet Vinny and actually one of the old guitar players that did write some songs, Ariel Styles, many years ago. We were trying to maybe get something together at the time. So I've had the fortunate, you know, of meeting Vinny. But I don't think there's been several, obviously, band member changes throughout the Pretty Boy Floyd career at this point. So I don't think anybody, critiques the bass player for not playing like Vinny or not having the blonde hair like Vinny had. I don't know him that well to judge his character. Unfortunately, you know, his passing was untimely, but, at least Christy and Steve are still carrying the sound and the music of Pretty Boy Floyd.
Phenomenal.
No disrespect, I love the black.
Thank you.
So you did a Monster of Rocks cruise. I hear there's a new cruise line. Any chance of doing it again?
Actually, we never did the cruise.
Oh, you didn't?
No, we were
pre-show or
we were offered to do the cruise, but we didn't do it.
Okay.
Any chance of doing it now?
We're not really sure. right now. You know, we're kind of busy trying to get the record completed. We have like a photo shoot that's due. We have a video that's due. So we're kind of busy doing other things.
Well,
right
I look
now.
forward to the awesome songs.
Sure.
It's been a
Sure.
year since we've seen you in Vegas. Don't wait so long next time. It was great
Yes.
having you again.
You're
Absolutely.
fantastic,
Thank you.
and your phone's ringing. Love.
Yes,
you.
thank you.